Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Cerebral Smack Talk live on YouTube.com. This is Gorlo MF Michael Fletcher alongside Anthony Floyo and Dee Dee Woodson. And ladies and gentlemen, what a night it was. Smackdown Live coming from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, home of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it was exclusively on USA. We're just going to jump right in. We started the show off with Paige in the ring, welcoming everybody to SmackDown Live, and then we brought out the man, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, and she cut it a promo. Of course, a lot of fans were going absolutely nuts. Then we brought out Charlotte Flair, and there was a little bit of definitely a little bit of a tit for tat, but Paige made a big announcement. At TLC, it will be Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch fighting in the first ever TLC match for the SmackDown Women's title. Then there was a little bit of a brouhaha with all the other women on SmackDown Live, and Paige was like, all right, we'll do this. Since all you ladies want an opportunity at the title, we'll do this. At the end of the night, in our main event, we're going to have a battle royale. The last person standing in that match gets to fight with Becky, with Charlotte. It will be a triple threat match, TLC, for the SmackDown Women's title. Oh my God, the possibilities in this. I mean, this was a red heart way to start the show. SmackDown Live definitely explodes. And basically, once again, the women are in the forefront, and why the hell not? With Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, as over as they are right now, they're the best thing on SmackDown Live right now. Whoever would have thought that the lasting image or the one thing that we be talking about is not the men, but the women of SmackDown Live. They've overtaken the show with one lady herself, the one, the only, the man, Becky Lynch. Anthony Floyo, come on in. Give me your thoughts, man. This was absolutely insanity.
You know what was absolute insanity, MF? I'll tell you what was absolute insanity. This segment alone was far better than the entire Monday Night Raw combined. Can I get an amen on that?
Amen.
I mean, well, Raw only had one moment, but we already know what that is. But anywho, I mean, this alone, like I said, was far better. I mean, you're absolutely right, MF. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, or I should say Becky Lynch, then Charlotte Flair, are the two best things going on SmackDown Live right now. And yeah, I mean, the crowd ate it up. I mean, it was great to see PCB in the middle of the ring again. I mean, we remember their dominance a few years ago when this whole thing started. But anyways, I mean, another first. I mean, we keep adding to the laundry list of firsts for the women. We saw the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match, the first ever women's Money in the Bank, Elimination Chamber, tables match. I could go on and on and on. Last woman standing at Evolution. And now we're going to have ourselves the first ever women's tables, ladders, and chairs match. And with these two, it's only fitting. It's only fitting that we take the rivalry to the next step, to the next level. And oh my goodness, I mean, let's be realistic. The fans love Becky more than Charlotte, but Charlotte won the fans over because of what she did to Ronda Rousey at Survivor Series, and then of course what she did to the Iconics last week. But man alive, now we're gonna have a third element into this. Oh man, you said it, MF. Imagine the possibilities, and the possibilities are endless. But Man alive. I mean, what a way to start it off. I mean, you can make an argument that this was the segment of the night. I mean, because this was fun. This was enjoyable. I mean, MF, I know you. I mean, I personally have dubbed you as the president of the Becky Lynch fan club, and I know nobody enjoyed that more than you did. I mean, it's no secret. I mean, you are her biggest fan, and I mean, I know it's not because of her beauty or her red hair, which I know how much you love both of those, but I know it's her. You know, it's her. What's the word I'm looking for? This badass woman. I mean, that's what you love. I mean, this is a physical smash mouth woman, and you know, she really wasn't that before, but ever since SummerSlam, I mean, that's exactly what she's been. And I mean, the back and forth with her and Charlotte, just amazing. And I honestly can't put it into words. I mean, like Mauro Ranallo once famously said, there are no words. I mean, I honestly don't know what else there is to say. I was just so, wow. That's all there is to say on that. So, well done. Well done, Becky. Well done, Charlotte. And the women, you know, making a case. I mean, where was this last night? That's all I ask. Where was this on the Raw side? That's all I ask. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, get ready, TLC. I mean, in the immortal words of JBL, we're going to have to call the San Jose PD because these three ladies, because whoever the third one is, we'll get into that later, but those three ladies are going to steal the damn show. That's all I can say on that. First ever women's tables, ladders, and chairs match. WWE Network. MF's got a message for you. Come on, MF. You know you want to do it.
Shut up and take my money.
Very much. D.D. Woodson, it's all yours. Segment of the night.
Agreed. Segment of the night. Yeah. Not much more I'm going to say about it. You guys pretty much touched it. I mean, it was hot, very hot. And, yeah, it leads to a lot of good stuff later in the night. So let's move on.
First fight of the night, SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Bar goes up against the Usos. And oh, by the way, The Bar kicked the Big Show to the curb. Said that they do not want to be affiliated with him anymore. All right, very well. Winners of the bout in 10 minutes and 22 seconds, the Usos. They win the match. A super kick and the big splash. 1, 2, 3. Anthony, I think the Usos might have just got themselves a title shot again.
I think you're right. I mean, I mean, whenever these two tag teams get together, it's always fun. I mean, you go back to Survivor Series 2 years ago when these two were the final two teams in that 10-on-10 tag team elimination match that year. It was The Bar who came out on top. And then last year at Survivor Series, when they had the champion versus champion match, the Usos came out on top. And the Usos, the only winners for SmackDown Live at Survivor Series. And, well, it's only fitting. To me, these are two of the best. I mean, I'll throw in a third with the New Day. Usos, New Day, Bar. Those are your three best teams on SmackDown Live right now. And right now, I mean, that was a great way to, this was another fantastic match with these two. These two never put on bad matches. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, sum it up like this. This was solid. Both teams work so well together that they're always a joy to watch. And what can you say about Antonio Cesaro? Again, he is just bionic. And that's all there is to say on that. I mean, going into this match, if I were to say, hey, I think the Usos are going to win, I would say, I told you they'd win. And I bet at TLC we'll get this match again. I think TLC is the night we're going to see the SmackDown Tag Team Championship on the line, The Bar squaring off against the Usos. And you know they're going to deliver again because that's what these two teams do. So I had to put a rating on this, I would probably give this about 3.25 to 3.5 stars and call this the fight of the night. Although there were some other great matches on this show tonight. Let me tell you, folks. Last night we witnessed the worst Monday Night Raw of the year. This was one of the best SmackDown Lives of the year, without a doubt. Nothing on this show sucked, except maybe for one thing. So, really nothing more to say here. This to me was the fight of the night. That's all I can say on that. I'm giving this 3.25 to 3.5. So, Didi Woodson, I think at TLC we're going to see the Bar and the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship in San Jose.
Yeah, pretty much. I would agree with that. I mean, you beat the tag team champions in a non-title match. More than likely, you've just pretty much signed your ticket for the title match. And yeah, I would definitely say that we will have this match repeated at TLC. And heck, let's we already have the ladies in a TLC match. Let's have a tag team in a TLC match. We haven't had that in quite a while. So, hey, yeah, I'm all game for it. I'm going to agree with the rating. This was very good. This is another one of the teams that they pretty much know each other very well and know how to work off of each other very well. So, yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this match. Cesaro, I give you a thumbs up for taking a sucker punch from Big Show and still going out and fighting a match. So, yeah, not much more I'm going to say about it. Fletch, it's yours.
Great match, solid fight. Nothing more to say about that. This was what you expect between. This is what you want to see in your tag team division. Yes, I'm kind of harping and once again smacking around Monday Night Raw, but after the who wrote this crap last night, at least this time around we didn't see no monkey writers on the show. I mean, I don't think there was really one bad thing out of this entire night on SmackDown Live. Yes, unfortunately, we will have a worst fight of the night or by default, but everything was solid tonight. So we next go up and we deal with the former WWE champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, cuts a promo on Daniel Bryan as, yes, it will happen, guys. It is official. Daniel Bryan will put the WWE Championship on the line against AJ Styles at TLC. Didi Woodson, give me your thoughts on the promo.
It was a very well done promo. I really thought Styles did a good job out there. And, after him saying that Daniel wasn't there tonight, wasn't at, some of the house shows, it does sound a little bit like Daniel Bryan's taking a page out of Brock Lesnar's book. If you're a fighting champion, you need to be at every show like AJ was. And we all know Lesnar never shows up to anything that's not going to provide him with big money like the pay-per-views does. So, I don't really have a whole lot of negative to say about this. I mean, Styles really went out there and he really, cut. I'd have to say one of his better promos on Daniel Bryan, and we've definitely have the new feud here. So yeah, not much more I'm gonna say about it. Fletch, it's yours.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is a great matchup, no doubt about a great thing going. AJ Styles, I mean, he's the face that runs the place. He is the WWE champion. He's just acting like a true champion. There's really nothing else to say or to go any more further. He's just that good at this point in the game. Look, the promo segment was solid. Everything else was good. Sorry. It is what it is. It was excellent. So Anthony Floyo, come on in. It's all yours.
Yeah. You noticed SmackDown Live went there. I mean, that's something SmackDown Live has been known for over these last couple of years. And yes, I mean, he took the cheap shot at Raw, obviously taking the cheap shot at Brock Lesnar. And yeah, you could say Daniel Bryan pulled a bit of a Brock Lesnar here. You know, not being at SmackDown Live tonight, not being at the house shows over the holiday weekend, and but other than that, I mean, it was a fine rebuttal from the Phenomenal One. I love the intensity that he showed, and it's gonna be a great match. I mean, if anything, I mean, there are so many matches on this card that could be TLC matches. I mean, I was hoping this would be one of them, but then again, with Daniel Bryan's neck history, maybe it's a good idea that we keep this a straight up wrestling match. So, I mean, we know what they're capable of. I think they're going to give us another great one here. So, I mean, I know there were some people out there who didn't enjoy this promo, but I'm not some of those people. I actually did, enjoy this promo. This was solid. I mean, I'm not going to say it was his greatest promo ever, but I will say, it was solid at best. And, that's all I can say on that. I'm looking forward to the rematch at TLC. Should be great. So they've given us 2 great matches before. I hear a third. So nothing more to say, MF. Let's move on.
The lone cutout of the night, it was not even a match. It was Nakamura versus Rusev. The fight never got off the ground. Basically, Nakamura attacked Rusev. I don't even know if the title was on the line. So the only low light of the night. Then we had a very special moment. Something really awesome as the entire SmackDown roster was at the rampway area. Michael Cole of Monday Night Raw showed up as they honored Jeff Hardy for his 20 years of service in WWE's history. Yes, there was a little bit, I think it's 20 years of professional wrestling for him, because it also honored his days. Well, they never honored him from his days of TNA, but it's 20 years of service from the WWE days to now where he is, interrupted by Samoa Joe, who threw a scathing promo at him. Oh, my word. I mean, all right. I thought this was awesome. First off, Jeff Hardy deserves the recognition. What he's done for professional wrestling is absolutely amazing. And for me, I think it was definitely was really welcomed, and the whole 9 yards. And I really, really, really enjoyed the promo. I know Joe came out to try to interrupt, and Shane tried to stop it, and then and I know Jeff was like, you know what? No. He has something to say. Let him say it. Then he absolutely just got torched by him. But great promo. It looks like we got a new rivalry, a storyline progressing rivalry. I can't wait. This is actually pretty good. I like what this is doing. So, nothing more to say. Anthony Florio, it's all yours, my friend. I thought they did this pretty well done. Second best segment of the night in my mind.
I couldn't agree with you more, Matt. You're absolutely right. This was the second best segment of the night. You can make an argument for segment of the night, but to be honest, I mean, the women Becky and Charlotte just blew me away. I'm not even here right now. But anyways, yes, congratulations and happy anniversary, Jeff Hardy. 20 years, man alive. I mean, I didn't even know you were getting around that long. I mean, we first remembered seeing, Jeff and Matt, doing the thing in 99. That's when they really made a name for themselves, when they were, with Michael P.S. Hayes and, doing the Brood thing for a bit. And then, of course, the match that really put them on the map was that infamous tag team ladder match at the No Mercy in 99 in Cleveland, where they were fighting for Terry Reynolds' managerial services and the $100,000. On top of that, I mean, that's the match that put them on the map. Not just Jeff, but Matt too. And all these years later, look where it's gotten him. I mean, Jeff Hardy, future Hall of Famer in my book, without a doubt. I mean, a 2-time world heavyweight champion, a former WWE champion. Earlier this year, he was the United States heavyweight champion. Of course, a former multi-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, 8-time tag team champion. And, he's done it all. He's done all there is to do. And maybe more to come. I mean, who knows what else is there to come? I mean, I'm excited to find out. I mean, that was great. But then, the one thing that really stood out to me, well, there were two things. First off, the camaraderie of the entire SmackDown Live roster being out on the stage, showing that respect to Jeff Hardy. The entire roster, faces and heels, probably out of character for that moment. I mean, to pay their respects to Jeff Hardy. I mean, I love the camaraderie of that. I mean, that was a blessing to be a part of, and that really warmed me. Warmed my heart there. Being a man of good faith, and being all about unity. And I mean, say what you want about professional wrestling. How the rivalries and the intensity and all that, but at the end of the day, it's a family, and you saw that family unity right there when the entire roster stood out there to pay their respects to Jeff Hardy. So that's all I can say on that. That made me very happy to see. So that was awesome. The other thing that stood out, obviously, Samoa Joe with that scathing promo, obviously talking about, Jeff Hardy's past demons, all the trouble that he used to get into because of drugs and or alcohol, all the times he got arrested and everything else. And, it kind of brought back memories of when CM Punk was calling him the charismatic enabler and the whole 9 yards. And, that great rivalry that they had in the summer of 2009, I'll never forget it. But a lot of things that SmackDown Live is known for: storyline progression, first and foremost, and the other, of course, going there. And they went there. Joe went there, and then some. I mean, a Jeff Hardy Samoa Joe rivalry. Sign me up. I'm down with it. I don't remember if they had any run-ins in TNA. I'll have to look into that, but I'm definitely down for a Hardy and Joe feud, without a doubt. So, and that video package, what can you say about it? Well done. The production team, they do the best work. That's all there is to say on that. Their video, packages are always top notch, and this was no exception. So, great all around segment. If it wasn't for Becky and Charlotte blowing me away, I would have called this the segment of the night, but I can only give it the second best segment of the night. But boy, howdy, it was really great. So once again, congratulations, Jeff Hardy, on 20 years from all of us here at the Wrestling Forum, and especially your number one fan, Didi Woodson. I mean, I know how much you love the Hardys. I mean, you love them more than we do. So Didi, I'm sure this was probably a special moment for you and a blessing for you to be a part of.
Oh, yeah. In fact, when I found out from WWE, I retweeted it. Well, did it under the wrong account, but I did retweet it that this was his 20th anniversary. So, yeah, I was very excited to hear about it. And for me, I didn't follow a lot when he was with P.S. Hayes. I kind of got into the guys more when they hit the Brood stage and, really skyrocketed with, TLC matches and the Terry Invitational Tournament. I'm sure everybody remembers that one. But yeah, pretty much followed him from there on out. And, Joe did make a few, very valid points that, even when CM Punk was in WWE, he made a lot of those same points as well. Jeff has had a very not so great history as far as with his personal life. And, could say the same with Matt. They admitted it in the show that they did on the network about themselves, that they both have had their demons, and, and everything. And, you know, technically this wasn't just Jeff's 20th anniversary. You could pretty much say this was Matt's as well, even though they didn't really celebrate Matt's because right now he's not competing in the ring. So, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing how much longer, you know, we can keep Jeff in the ring. I know he's got a lot of health issues and everything, but yeah, this is definitely the second best segment of the night. Very well done. You know, you can say, yeah, that the SmackDown roster was up there, but there was part of the 205 roster that was up there as well, because I did notice when Samoa Joe walked past, you know, you can see Mike Canales and Maria standing up there, and they're now part of 205. So, yeah, you had more than just SmackDown out there celebrating this with Jeff, and, you know, you got the deletes, you got, you know, all the little promos that Jeff's always done through the years. I mean, it was just awesome, especially seeing the 3 pictures, you know, from the beginning, from the, you know, winning the title, and then, you know, the more recent, and, you know, just it was just awesome. They did a great job. Hats off to the production staff. Hats off to SmackDown, and, you know, more importantly, you know, all the support Jeff gets, not just from the fans, but his family, you know, his dad, his brother, you know, Reby and Matt's kids, and then, of course, him mentioning his own wife and his 2 daughters. So, yeah, I mean, all this support, you know, that's great. That, you know, it takes somebody becoming a family man to turn their lives around. And, you know, still, he still has demons that pops up every once in a while, but at least now he's facing it head on, and he's not facing it alone. So, congratulations to Jeff. 20 years in the business, 20 years on and off through WWE. Hopefully we get at least another 5 to 10 more, maybe. We'll see. So, not much more I'm going to say about it. Let's move on.
Yes, indeed. Nothing more to say. We're just going to move right along as The Miz goes one-on-one with Kofi Kingston of the New Day, the winner of the bout. In 7 minutes and 22 seconds was Kofi Kingston. He hit him with the Trouble in Paradise, man. It was boom, boom, boom. Lord, I like it when you do it like that, Kofi Kingston. Yes, my brother. All right, who leads off on this? I think it's Anthony Florio.
Yeah, it is, Mr. Jamaica Me Crazy.
Yeah, I was.
You forgot that.
Yeah, I kind of made a mistake there. It's been a long time since I've thrown that line out. So there you go, Florio. It's all yours, brother.
Now I'm having another flashback to the commentary days of myself and MF. I mean, Didi Woodson. This is what MF and I used to do on when we used to have you know, Raw and SmackDown chats back in the day before Bullock and I, you know, made it the household name it is, even though we didn't have one tonight or last night. Back when Kofi Kingston, you know, pre-New Day Kofi Kingston, whenever he would come out and do the bit, and after the pyro, MF would do the Lordy, you're making me crazy. I mean, I'm like, oh man, and that brought back some great memories. But anywho, Kofi and Miz just have great chemistry. I mean, we know that. I mean, they work so well together. I mean, first one-on-one match between these two in 5 years, according to commentary. I mean, I couldn't believe when I heard that. I'm like, wow, 5 years. That's something. But they said it was the TLC pay-per-view in 2013. But anywho, I'm going to give this 2.5 to 3 stars for the effort. I mean, you know, there were some good near falls there. I would say this was the second best fight of the night. I mean, you could rate this F for funny as heck. I mean, because this was as much a match as it was an always welcome showcase of the comedic chops and unbelievable chemistry between the members of the New Day. And not to mention, it appears we haven't seen the last of heel Miz, because I know there's been a lot of rumors going around that they're considering a face turn for Miz. And I actually did hear that him and Daniel Bryan worked the dark match last Tuesday night, and they actually had Miz work as the face in that one, and Miz, stayed around and said gave the pleasantries to the fans and all that. So yeah, that was an interesting little dirt sheet I read, but we'll see if that plays into something down the road. But for right now, 2.5 to 3 stars, second best fight of the night, I would probably say. So nothing more to say on that. So Didi Woodson, I mean, first one-on-one match between these two in 5 years since the 2013 TLC pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, I mean it was I would say it was a very well done match. I'm going to give it 2 stars. I mean it was comical. Of course, you had the picture in picture during the break going on. It was really well done, and seeing Xavier pull the chair out of the Miz's hands. I mean that was good. You had Corey Graves keep saying, "Well, this is a handicap match." Well, other than that, I don't see anything that New Day did to interfere in the match, and even that wasn't interfering. That was just trying to keep it fair. So yeah, I mean this was very well done. They show that Kofi and Miz, they still have the chemistry. They still know how to work off of each other. So yeah, I mean there's not much more I'm going to say about it. But very well done match. Miz of course continuing the losing ways, and it wasn't annoying. It was fun to watch. So yeah, I'm going to toss it over to Fletch.
Solid fight, good match, nothing more to say. 3 stars for me. And like you guys been saying the whole night, the chemistry is absolutely perfect. Nothing bad to say about that. So we're gonna right on with the next thing. Randy Orton cutting a promo, gets interrupted by Rey Mysterio. A fight breaks out, and it looks like solid segment to say the very least. Here we go, guys. It's getting personal between Ray and Orton, and who knows what's gonna happen next. So nothing more to say. Didi Woodson, it's all yours.
Yeah, this was a very good follow-up to last week. Ray got the little bit of revenge, but of course Orton still came out on top, and they're still cementing Orton's heel run with this. What would be kind of cool is just if they'd have like a hair versus mask match or something. So if Ray wins, he gets to shave Orton's head. That would be kind of fun to see or something. But yeah, it was fun to watch the match. Or the promo. I really enjoyed it. So I'm not going to say too much more about it because I know you guys are really going to go into it. So I'll toss it back to Fletch.
No, I mean, there's really not much to talk about. It's a nice personal rivalry. The war is definitely on between the two men. There's really nothing else to really talk about. I mean, Orton brought another nice fiery heat promo. It looks like it's going to end up being a chairs match because if you notice, they've been using a lot of chairs on each other lately. So, no, I think this was solid, great. Beautifully done by everybody involved. So I got really nothing else to add from here. Anthony Florio, it's all yours, my friend.
Yeah. Every time I see that sinister Randy Orton, I always think of you on that for some odd reason. Because I know how much you love Randy Orton. I mean, Becky Lynch is one thing, but Randy Orton has always been MF's guy. I mean, right up there with Triple H, and you've seen Randy. You've seen how sinister he's been nowadays. I mean, you wonder why we dubbed MF the Cerebral Viper. Part Triple H, part Randy Orton. I mean, but anyways, this was well done. this was really well done. I mean, this was another fantastic segment. I mean, classic case of more guts than brains for Rey Mysterio. I mean, selling that like a champ. I mean, commentary said he suffered a trachea injury and because of what Orton did to him last week, but he did pretty much the same thing to him. And I mean, I talked about Daniel Bryan being crazy as a pet coon. Well, Randy Orton is a lot more crazier than any pet coon. That's all there is to say on that. And he's way tougher than a $2 steak. So, oh boy. They're going to book this match for TLC, no question. Didi Woodson makes a great point. The mask. I mean, MF could tell you stories on days about how important the mask is in the culture of Lucha Libre. MF knows way more about that than I ever did. And I ever do. And Didi too. But the mask is a big deal. Especially to MF. And there's no way they don't let Mysterio go over on this one. I mean, if they do a hair versus mask match, Didi, I mean, Orton doesn't really have that much hair to shave off there. I mean, he's got like a crew buzz cut there. So
no, but it would still be good to see Ray come off on top of that and actually, take something from Orton. So
fair enough. I agree with that. So
not much else you can take other than his hair,
I guess. I mean, too bad he doesn't have a title on him right now, but that would have been even better. But nonetheless, I mean, like I said, Didi, you're absolutely right. We're gonna see this at TLC. They're gonna book it for TLC, no doubt. And maybe they'll put the mask up. They got to put the mask on the lines. So there's really nothing more to say on this. This was another fantastic segment. I mean, I can only give it the third best, even though it was really good. Those other two segments, the Hardy anniversary and the Becky and Charlotte thing, I mean, I can only dub it here. I mean, even though it was well done. So, MF, nothing more to say. Orton, Mysterio, and some type of mask versus something stipulation. Book it. Move on.
Main event of the evening was the Battle Royale. The winner gets a shot at the SmackDown Women's title, and it becomes a TLC triple threat match for the championship. So joining Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, the winner of the Battle Royale, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. She wins the Battle Royale at 9 minutes and 32 seconds. Oh my God, SmackDown Live, you got yourself a gold mine here. The Empress of Tomorrow, the man, the queen. You don't need to build this anymore. This is going to be an epic fight, history making. You got the three best women on SmackDown Live going at it in a TLC fight. First time ever with the title on the line. What in the world, WWE? SmackDown Live, you're going to kill us. You're killing me here. I'm excited. I cannot wait for this fight. This is going to be all kinds of awesomeness. The Battle Royale was good, but it was kind of expected in a way. I kind of think that it was a little predictable, not too much, but still. 2.5 to 3 stars for the Battle Royale. It was nicely done. Everybody had their parts in the match, which was awesome. And nothing more to say. Anthony Florio, it's yours.
Solid 2.5 to 3 for this women's Battle Royal. I honestly had Asuka winning it. I really did. I mean, you've heard me say, you've heard me refer to what Derek Ferreira dubbed the NXT Burial Club, and we've seen way more of that on Monday Night Raw than on SmackDown Live. And for the most part, they have. I mean, we kept asking ourselves, what has Asuka done for us lately? Nothing. That is until tonight. No one is ready for Asuka. And it is about damn time that Asuka gets in the title picture. She hasn't had any opportunity at the SmackDown Women's Championship since those couple of god-awful matches with Carmella back in the summer. So now she's finally got her opportunity. And now, oh my goodness, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Asuka, tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my. Oh my lordy, lordy, lordy. You thought that last woman's standing match at Evolution was the women's match of the year? It is for now. This could be even better. This could make that last woman's standing match look like a ho hum diva fight, for goodness sakes. Can you imagine your girl Becky Lynch, my girl Charlotte Flair, and Asuka with tables, ladders, and chairs? Do you have something you want to say to that, Mr. Enberg?
Oh my.
That's all there is to say. That was for you, Dick Enberg. Rest in peace, brother. I mean, oh my is right. Are you picturing it right now, MF? Are you picturing it right now? The Shark Tank?
Oh man, it's gonna be sadistic. It's gonna be twisted. It's gonna be something else, guys. It's gonna be something else.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I was waiting for that vintage gorilla moment right there. So, oh, my heart is racing and my sides are aching just thinking about the awesomeness to come. Again, I say in the immortal words of JBL, call us San Jose PD because these ladies are going to steal the damn show. That's all there is to say on that. Outcome was never in doubt, but the Battle Royal was very well done. And like I said, Asuka, about damn time. Are they gonna finally strap her with that SmackDown Women's Championship? Only time will tell, but we'll see. So 2.5 to 3 for the Battle Royal. Didi Woodson, I mean, we're still raving about Becky and Charlotte's last women's standing match at Evolution last month, but now that you have Becky, Charlotte, and Asuka with tables, ladders, and chairs, what else is there to say?
There isn't much you can say. I mean, Asuka, she seems to be on a roll when it comes to Battle Royals. She's won most of the ones she's been in, if not all of them. And, you pretty much would kind of figure she was going to come out on top of this, and she came out on top of the one in Royal Rumble. I mean, she just made the match, just 10 times better than it already was. I mean, it was going to be epic already having Charlotte and Becky because these two know each other so well that, I mean, they just play off of each other and, just make the match, that much more enjoyable. But we also know Becky's chances when it comes to triple threats or more. She has a tendency of not really, coming out on top. That's more of Charlotte's strength is in the triple threat type matches. Because look at the one where Carmella was the third person in there. That was Charlotte who came out on top of that. So, it's going to be interesting to see whether or not Becky can pull off this one or not, or whether they decide, okay, this is Asuka's moment. Let's put the title on her, which I would love to see Asuka with the title. No offense to Becky Lynch. I love Becky Lynch. I love watching her. Whether she's heel or face, I still like what she can do in the ring and what she brings to the table. But right now, I think this would be a really awesome time for us to actually see Asuka step into that limelight and that spotlight and just let her shine for a little bit. Let her run with the title and, give someone else a chance to step up as we start to go into the new year. Let's make 2019 the year of Asuka. So yeah, I would give this the Battle Royal about 2.5 to 3 stars. It was very well done. Especially watching Asuka take out the Iconics at the same time. That was really good. And, the the ring or the battle on the outside of the ring ropes. Classic. I mean, how many times have you seen even the guys do those kind of battles? I mean, that was just really well done. And so yeah, I have nothing bad to say about the match. You know, it was good to see the women in the main event spot again. So yeah, not much more to say about it. Fletch, I toss it back to you.
All right. And, I agree. This was a solid battle. Nothing more to say. Overall review time. I guess I get to lead it off. And, well, actually, no, I don't get to lead it off. Anthony Florio gets to lead it off. Florio, last night, you gave Monday Night Raw a 1 out of 10. I'm definitely thinking SmackDown Live is not getting a 1 tonight. So, what's your rating for this show?
A lot better than that dumpster fire show last night. That's for damn sure. Before I get into that, I want to share this tweet that Becky Lynch just posted a few minutes ago. I've got 2 contenders at TLC. One earned her way to the champ. The other something woo daddy something entitled. Yeah, that's a shot right there. So, okay. Anyways, wow. Nothing on this show was really bad except for that Nakamura beatdown of Rusev. So some of the matches, could have been, a little bit better, but nonetheless, I'm giving this about 8.5. I mean, this was a very good SmackDown Live tonight, far better than Monday Night Raw. I mean, Raw only had one standout moment. Tonight's SmackDown only had one low moment, and that was it. I mean, the opening segment with Becky and Charlotte and Paige, I mean, all the other women coming out and making cases, that was the segment of the night. That was well done. The Jeff Hardy anniversary segment, that was very well done as well. Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio, that was incredible as well. You had 3 very good matches. I mean, the Bar and the Usos on a collision course for the tag team titles. Miz and Kofi, a solid, well-wrestled match. Nothing new from those two. And then, of course, the Women's Battle Royal, very well done. Like I said, the outcome was never in doubt, but, the action was very good. I mean, credit to all the ladies involved. The work was there. So, yeah. And then AJ with a solid rebuttal on Daniel Bryan. So yeah, I mean, Monday Night Raw was cheap garbage. This show tonight was anything but that. So for me, I gotta say 8.5. I think that's the highest I can go. If I underscored it, if I overscored it, I don't care. This SmackDown Live was far, far better than Monday Night Raw. So congratulations, SmackDown Live. You didn't just win tonight. You didn't just beat Raw tonight. You wiped Monday Night Raw off the face of the earth. Nothing more to say. 8.5. DD Woodson, your thoughts?
Yeah, this was definitely a lot better than last night. I don't have a lot to say about last night. I mean, that was just, it was bad. But of course, you have to take the good, you have to take the bad. So this was definitely, one of those nights where SmackDown proves why they should be considered the A show and why Survivor Series definitely was a fluke for having Raw win all the matches, because we haven't seen anything positive come out of Raw even before Survivor Series nor after Survivor Series. SmackDown, they did knock it out of the park. Yeah, we did only have one low moment, but even the backstage stuff was just almost as hot as the in-ring stuff. Having Miz and Shane back there in the back. Miz complaining, "Well, you should have been out there."
I think Dee Dee just accidentally muted her mic.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Continue your thought.
Yeah, even Miz back there complaining to Shane, you should have been out there to help me and everything. Well, Miz, you're the wrestler. Shane's an older guy. He doesn't need to be in the ring that much anymore. I mean, unless you want to have another death in the ring, I mean, Shane needs to do what he does best, and that's the background stuff, and just running the show. It's great to see Shane get in the ring and seeing him doing his East Coast, West Coast, or jumping off the top of cages and stuff. But there's only so much of that you can do. Look at all the injuries we've had with Jeff Hardy. I mean, he's had to take time off to heal. Well, Shane's a lot older. He needs to do, he needs to do the same thing. He needs to take care of his body. He's got the young kids just like Jeff. They don't need to be taking these kind of risks and getting up in age. I'm 45. I don't even take those kind of risks. I mean, come on, you don't want to end up falling and breaking a hip and not being able to do anything. I mean, that's where we have like your Corey Graves sitting out there, neck injury, you can't compete anymore. You find something else to do. And Paige being the GM, same thing. Daniel, for however long he was out before he got to come back in the ring. I mean, it's just these kind of things. Kurt Angle's another one. You don't want to see these guys get hurt, and after a certain point you do have to start backing down, because the older you get, the more chances you have of actually getting really hurt, even in a protective type situation, as they are starting to do more of now. But this was very well done. I could agree with Florio on the rating, or I could even go a little bit higher, because this was one of the better Smackdowns. I mean, you had for the 3 matches they had, all 3 of them were pretty big matches, and they all brought their A game. They all brought it to the table and proved why that they're there to to even be there at the show. I mean, you're there to entertain the audience. You're there to win matches. You're there to do your job. And compared to what we got last night, where it was all praise to Corbin, these guys were just we're here to do what we have to do, and that's to entertain the audience. We're here to promote the next pay-per-view. We're here to do what needs to be done each and every week, and it's certainly not sitting on your butt and letting someone like Corbin come out here and try to dictate everything into his favor. I mean, you don't see Shane doing that. You don't see Paige doing that. I mean, they're running the show. They're not trying to wrap it all around themselves like Corbin is. So yeah, I mean, a very well done show. very, very professional. Very well with the storylines. SmackDown, keep it up, the good work, and show these crazy monkey riders on Raw how you can actually do a show and get the support compared to everybody poo-pooing on it on the internet, because you have to have your stupid GM, who has no reason of being a GM, out there trying to make himself look good. So not much more I have to say about it. I'll see you guys next week.
All right, very well. I just got only one thing on the Mikey's Mindset. Anarchy 34 going down this week, this Saturday night, as a matter of fact, from the Anarchy Dome in LA. We got 3 matches on the fight card. First fight for the Anarchy Women's Championship. The champion, Tina Andrews, puts the title on the line against Jade West in a no-holds-barred fight. The second fight of the night, the Battle Royale winner gets a shot a future shot at the Anarchy Championship. And our fight of the night, the main event for the Anarchy World title, it will be Chris Orton, the champion, taking on Jake Voss. Hell in a Cell. You'll get the exclusive results 1 week from tonight right here on the Cerebral Smack Talk. That is it for tonight. Anthony Floyo, very quickly, man, what do we got on future content?
Well, MF, Thursday night, college football Thursday. It's the season finale. But before I get into it, what time is good for you, MF? I just want to be sure so I can plug it correctly.
You could do 10 o'clock. That's fine.
All right. So Oleg said 10:30, but if you say 10, yeah.
Well, I could do 10:30 too. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
All right. I mean, it's a small docket anywho. I mean, because it is the season finale of college football Thursday. Championship week. 8 games on the docket. Of course, the headliner, we all know it. The SEC championship. Alabama and Georgia. The rematch of what many are calling the greatest national championship game in history. In the same venue it took place, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And get this, MF. On top of that, the Red River rivalry comes to the Big 12 championship. Texas and Oklahoma. One more time. Do we even remember the 5-star they had in this year's Red River rivalry? We're gonna get it again, and it's gonna be in Jerry World. On top of that, where it should be from now on. I'm just saying, but you've got that. You got those two. You got the Big Ten championship, Northwestern against Ohio State. You have the ACC with Pittsburgh against Clemson. The American Athletic with UCF against Memphis, but UCF, a huge loss. Their star quarterback, Mackenzie Milton, Dunzo. Yeah, what's going to happen with that? So that and a whole lot more Thursday night at 10 or 10:30. We'll do the college football Thursday season finale. Can't believe it's already the season finale. It's crazy. Friday, NFL Friday. We'll talk about the big games of week number 13. I mean, the headliner, MF, you know it. It's our game. The Chargers and the Steelers. We're going to get into that big time. And Minnesota against New England. So many other great matchups to get into Friday. And then, of course, next week, do it all again. You know, Ridiculously Raw, Cerebral Smack Talk, the whole 9 yards. So, and I'm hopeful that Monday Night Raw will be a better show, but don't hold your breath. That's all I can say there. So, all right. So that's it. So maybe 10:30. I mean, if that's good for you guys. I mean, it's a short show anyway. I mean, there's only 8 games in our Power Bowl. So I suppose we could do it for then. So, all right. So until 10:30 Thursday night then. For the season finale of College Football Thursday, Anthony Floyo here. Nothing more to say. So have a blessed couple of days. We'll see you Thursday night for our huge championship week season finale of College Football Thursday. I can't wait. The SEC rematch and, of course, the Red River rivalry coming to the Big 12 championship, MF. How about it?
It's going to be a great week of college football action. Of course, the NFL as well. A lot of excitement on that as well. There's really nothing more to say, guys. So that's it. So for Anthony Floyo, for Didi Woodson, I am Michael Fletcher. Have a good night, everybody, and so long for now. Bye-bye.